Hurricane Nate, on track to strike near New Orleans overnight Saturday, is threatening to cause close to $1 billion in damage across Central America and the U.S. following the most powerful month of hurricanes on record. Nate, which the National Hurricane Center upgraded to a hurricane from a tropical storm on Saturday night, triggered flooding and landslides in Central America, leaving at least 17 dead in Costa Rica and Nicaragua, and shuttered oil and natural platforms in the Gulf of Mexico. It could make landfall in the U.S. as a Category 1 hurricane with winds exceeding 74 miles, 119 kilometers, an hour. Soaking rains across eastern Mississippi and Alabama may damage cotton crops. Gas output in the Gulf fell to a 3-year low. Accumulated cyclone energy, a measure of storm power and longevity, set a record in September, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center, a month it saw Hurricane Maria slam Puerto Rico at Category 4 strength and Hurricane Irma batter Florida with 130-mile-per-hour winds. All told, 14 storms have formed across the Atlantic this season, killing hundreds in the U.S., Mexico, and the Caribbean and causing an estimated $300 billion in damage. For New Orleans, the big issue is potentially the rain, said Chuck Watson, a disaster modeler at NT Research in Savannah, Georgia. All of that has to be pumped out since so much of the city is below lake and sea level. The infrastructure isn't in great shape. New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu ordered some mandatory evacuations and instituted a curfew beginning 6 p.m. on Saturday ahead of Nate's arrival. The storm was about 345 miles, 555 kilometers, south-southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River, with top winds of 80 miles an hour, up from 50 miles per hour earlier, the Hurricane Center said Saturday in an advisory at 4 a.m. New Orleans time. An Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft penetrated the center of Nate and reported hurricane force winds, it said. "I am amazed at how fast it is moving," said Matt Rogers, president of the Commodity Weather Group LLC in Bethesda, Maryland. "It just lifted off Honduras and it is going to make landfall in New Orleans by tomorrow." Nate was moving north-northwest at 22 miles per hour, the Hurricane Center said.